A video response for Corey C. What do I feel about Operation Tiny Hat? Back up a little bit to my video yesterday. Sned commented on comment basically, and I may have. Please let me know if I'm taking this the wrong way. Your statement about the time for fence riding is, this is not the time for fence riding. Now that we're in it, we need to back it up and support it. I hear what you're saying there, and I think I understand your point in suggesting that. However, long story short, if it were put to a vote right now, and it was up to me to decide if we should stop, I would say stop. Here's why. When I was younger, we're talking 16, 17 years of age, and the first Gulf War was happening. I wanted to get in on it. I was ready. Didn't care. Give me an ass to kick. Give me a machine gun to pull the trigger on. Fuck it. I'm in. Little later on, September 11th, much later on, a lot of things happen between now and then. Much later on, September 11th. Didn't know who did it. Didn't know why I did it. I was still young. Well, fuck it. How about we start with the motherfuckers burning the American flag, shouting death to America. We'll start there and just work our way the fuck out. Didn't care. Here am I. Send me. Fast forward about, I don't know, let's say 20 years. We have Jessica Lynch. No, back it up a little bit. We have Jessica Lynch, but I'm going somewhere with this. Fast forward about 20 years, and we're all getting older. We've had kids, and I've seen some of my friends from high school. Their children are opting to go into the service. One friend, their son goes airborne. Okay, another friend, he goes. Their kid goes infantry. Nephew goes infantry. Then my school-age girlfriend, close, perhaps even a woman I still love, her son goes U.S. Army combat medic. And this was probably, I don't know. We were still pretty hot and heavy in the global war on terror. Friends, the feeling I had in that moment was indescribable. Indescribable. To me, in that time, it's one thing when it's your life on the line, and then it becomes something else when it's your children or your friends' children putting their life on the line. There's a shift in responsibility. There's a shift in trust. And as I'm looking back on that, the way I was feeling back then, and the way I believe a lot of youngsters are willing to feel, the reason why you always want somebody younger than 23 years of age to take the hill is because they don't give a fuck. That is bravery that should not be abused. Roll it back a little bit to the Jessica Lynch. She was the young lady. She was a truck driver in the Army and ended up being hostage. You can believe me or not believe me, but one of my friends from high school, a lot of people were involved in that operation. One of my friends in high school was close to it. And I remember thinking, man, that's fucking cool, dude. That is so fucking cool. At the time. They get her out. Even fucking cooler, you know? Fast forward to, it was a couple years ago. I can't tell you exactly when. And Jessica Lynch was a guest on the Cleared Hot podcast, hosted by Andy Stumpf. Now, Andy Stumpf was for sure there. You can look that up. He was with, he's a Navy SEAL, and he was in the fucking building, and he's interviewing this girl. And Andy, he's a very humble man. He's like, man, I didn't do anything of significance. I was in charge of a sledgehammer. Which, you know, if you ask my younger self, that's pretty fucking cool. But they're going over how old Jessica was at the time of that hostage situation. 18. I believe she was 18. Something like that, 18 or 19. Still young. But point of what I'm saying, my daughter at that time was the exact year of age as Jessica was when that happened. She was still in bed when I was thinking it, you know, home from college. I went over to her room as she was sleeping. Just, again, that indescribable feeling. So you ask me to support a decision made. What do you think it takes for me to trust someone with my daughter's life? My nephew, he's graduating here in a couple of months. He's thinking about going in the service. Who do you think I trust with his life? You think I trust a buffoon? Somebody that can't take, he's got to troll all over the place like a juvenile? There's one measure of my country's current president that he is lacking in. And I can't imagine how you can argue this. He is no gentleman. He presents falsehoods. I don't trust that. Now, the argument of would I in turn trust Kamala Harris? No. Did I trust Joe Biden? No, hell no. It'd be arbitrary for you to go back in time and tell me which presidents I would trust and which presidents I would, or which people I would trust to conduct those operations. But where we're at right now, no. And I don't understand. I did, Savage, if you've made it this far into the video, I do hear what you're saying about the different attacks that had happened, that Iran both claimed situation in not the Houthis. Is it Hamas? That whole region is fucked up. And I was just reminded this morning, like after the embassy attack, what Ronald Reagan said, like we'll not pull out, we'll not back down, and he pulls out of there. And what he said in response to that was, he didn't at the time appreciate the complexities of the Middle East, Middle Eastern politics. Well, there you go, Corey. That's what I think. And I can't recall in your video, did you you mentioned it's Operation Tiny Hat. Does that mean you're a hard no at this point? Let me know, homie. and this is not a troll. All right, thank you, everyone, and I do respect everyone's opinion on this and everyone's input on this, and definitely I'm listening, I'm watching. All right, guys, take care. God bless the United States of America. God bless England. All right. Catch y'all later.